Why people pretend to care more than they actually do. Most people don't lie with words. They lie with effort. They say they care. They say they understand. They say they're there for you. But their behavior tells a different story. This is one of the darkest truths about human psychology. People often pretend to care because it benefits them. At first, the care feels real. They listen, they check in, they act concerned. Not because they're deeply invested, but because caring costs nothing in the beginning. Words are cheap, presence is not. As long as your problems don't interrupt their comfort, their care remains visible. But the moment caring requires effort, time, or sacrifice, things start to change. Replies slow down, support becomes vague. Understanding turns into silence, and suddenly, you feel foolish for expecting consistency. This happens because many people confuse empathy with convenience. They care as long as it's easy. They support as long as it doesn't demand anything. Another uncomfortable truth. Some people care about being seen as caring, not about actually helping. They want the image, the moral credit, the validation, but responsibility scares them. So instead of being honest, they perform concern. They nod, they agree, they reassure, and then disappear when action is required. This is why people often feel alone even when surrounded by others. Not because no one is there, but because most people aren't present. Dark psychology explains this clearly. Humans protect their comfort before they protect relationships. That's why consistency is rare. That's why loyalty feels expensive. That's why real support is unforgettable, because it's uncommon. The moment you stop over-explaining, stop chasing reassurance, stop lowering expectations, you begin to see who genuinely cares. Not through what they say, but through what they do when nothing is convenient. And that realization is painful, because it forces you to accept that some people were never invested in you, only in how you made them feel. Once you see this, you stop begging for emotional presence. You stop mistaking politeness for care. You stop confusing words with intention, and slowly you become more selective. Not colder, not heartless, just aware. Because awareness is the opposite of manipulation. And in a world where people pretend to care, clarity becomes power.